How are you? Up. Just waiting for the people to come on. My call ran over, so that is why I am late and just now hopping on. Hey, Lushies. Yes, okay. Hey, C. I have my stones together tonight. Hey, KB, thank you for joining me. This is your first time joining me for live. I'm excited. All right, I have all my stuff. Yes, I have all my stones together. Got my cards. I had to center myself because my call went over. So I like to be on time for the people then. So I'm here. I'm on time. I did post a few minutes ago that I was gonna wait till 7:45 because, like I said, I was a little thrown off. So, and of course, I don't have a watch on. So, let me see what time it is. Oh, it's 7:41. All right, so we have a few minutes. So, I have my stones. I have my cards. I'm feeling a lot more centered and peaceful than I was feeling. I'm looking cute tonight. Got a nice scenery background. Not in the dungeon, so, it's going to be a fun night. I'm excited. I did smudge. I did my Palo Santo a minute ago, but we're going to get some more Palo Santo going because it's just one of those kind of nights. So, alrighty. Mekwe bano tala de chichi dem. Get some peace and tranquility up in here so that the messages we receive tonight are clear and true. And hopefully they will fix your life for the week until we back again next Wednesday. Because I've been really having a good time. Yes, it's one of those days. So, like I said, we need to just bring it down a couple notches. And hey, Cindy. How are you? Yes, if you guys have your sage or your Palo Santo or whatever, let's all get in the groove. Do whatever you need to chill out. If you have some herbs you want to bun, then you could do that too. Whatever herbs are going to bring you some calm and peace, I'm here for it. Hey, Marone and T, thank you for joining me tonight. Yes. Thank you, Marone. Naughty, nice and almost prompt. Feeling it tonight. Yes, so you know what? I am energized and glowing. I really, I shaved today, so when you shave, you feel good. You floating on that shave high for the day. So I'm floating on the shave high today. And like I said, I just, shave, put on some earrings. I cleaned my other earrings. So yeah, I'm feeling nice and light tonight. I am ready to get into this message to see what comes up. Things have just been flowing. I like the way they've been flowing. So I'm just basking in all of this wonderful energy. And I think tonight we're going to do, I'm going to do a mix of the Lenormand and the tarot tonight because, like I said, that's just how I'm feeling. All right. So I'm going to show you the stones. Yes, I've been productive today. very productive. I'm going to show you the stones, and then we'll take a couple of cleansing, calming breaths, and then we'll get started. So I like this order. All right, so the first group is going to be the lepidolite. We're going to get the YouTube action. The lighting in here is trash, but that's it. That's the lepidolite. It's, let me see if this way is better. Is this lighting a little better? I don't know if that made a difference, but this is the lepidolite. All right, that's not too bad. It's kind of like a purplish, but I don't know. I don't think you guys can really see like the good color, but that's the first one. So lepidolite is the first group. The next one is amazonite. So we've got the amazonite for group 2, and that is this nice, I love the teal, aqua, turquoise-ish color of the amazonite. And we've got hematite. Hematite is always just a great all-purpose grounding, clear out everything we don't need. So those are our groups today. And I'm going to show them. Hey Tanner, thank you for joining me. So those are the stones for tonight. Like I said, we're gonna take a couple of breaths, get calm and centered. I'll show you the stones again, and once you feel like one of the stones have spoken to you, you might like the way it looks, you might like the name, or you just may feel some sort of connection, intuition, just a gravitational pull towards that stone. That's your group, and we'll get into the messages. So let us take a deep breath in. We're going to take a deep breath in for a count of 3. We're going to hold it for a count of 3, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 6. And the reason I like to do this is because we're taking in some nice, clean, refreshing air. We're going to hold that air so that it circulates throughout our system, and then we're going to exhale twice as much air as we took in, so that we're getting rid of all of those things that are no longer serving us. We're going to get rid of all of that stale air, and then take another good deep breath in, hold it, let it circulate, and exhale to get rid of some more stale, stagnant air. All right, so I'm gonna count, you guys breathe. So we're gonna breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Upscale Realtor, we are on the bomb timeline right now. Like seriously, all week, like I've been kind of looking at myself like I'm glowing, looking good, looking at my pictures like, yeah, this timeline that we're on is, I'm trying to stay on it, okay? Because it is definitely, we're in the right place. We are headed in the right direction. I am feeling this energy. I'm loving this energy. I'm here for it. So yes, we are on the bomb timeline tonight. So I'm gonna show you the stones again. Thank you, Unspoken Word. So the first group is the lepidolite, and I never know if I'm saying this one right. I know it's the right stone, Miss Locked and Loving It, but you know, the pronunciation sometimes escape me. But this is the lepidolite. So this is group 1, and then I'll show them to you all together so you guys can kind of get a sense again of which one is calling you. This is amazonite, so that's going to be group 2. this is the Amazonite. And group 3 is going to be hematite. Hematite is our group 3. All right, so let me turn the camera. All right, the angle is going to be a little weird, but all right, these are stones. So we have the lepidolite, the amazonite, and I'm just trying to get a decent angle, and the hematite. I don't know if any of these angles are great, but this is what we got. That one's not too bad. All right, which one of these stones is speaking to you? Which one is calling your name? Lepidolite, amazonite, hematite. All right. Put my flash on. All right, let me try it. You know what? I'm gonna take this off the tripod. Oh no! Hold on, guys. Okay. Whew, I thought I lost you. I squeezed my thing. Can I put my flash on this way? Oh, you know what? I can put the flashlight on. Y'all bear with me. Nope. It's not gonna work. I just need a better... Here, let me try this. Let's just move. Ah, this is much better. All right. So, lepidolite, and I'm just trying to get the right angle. If I get out of the... There we go. Ah, all right, y'all. We got it. So this is going to be group 1, lepidolite. Group 2 is going to be amazonite. And group 3 is going to be hematite. So these are your groups. These are the stones. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, all right, now I'm going to try to do this again without almost turning off my phone. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Maroon, you still have time to make a decision. All right. And why do I feel like this definitely changed? All right. So I'm going to show you guys the stones one more time because I know Crystal just hopped on and I don't know if somebody else just hopped on. The number did go up. So, all right. So we've got lepidolite. You know what? Let me see if this angle is better in general because it might be. Huh. This is, all right, so we got the lepidolite. I think the lighting is a tad bit better over here. Lepidolite. Amazonite is number 2. And hematite is number 3. So those are our 3 choices. I'm just going to move my table. And... Oh. All right. So there's a little bit of natural sunlight left here. So this angle is a little bit better. And we're going to get started. All right. So group number 1. The lepidolite group, if you chose this stone, if this is your stone, this is your message. All right. Is this week for you guys a hump day or a dump day? So lepidolite group, are we humping or dumping today? You can just focus on that intention. focus on finding out whether there's something you need to be humping, something you need to be embracing, practicing, doing more of, or if there's something you need to be letting go of, something we need to be releasing this week. So, Lepidolite, this is your message. And you guys have the moon, the ring, and the ship. So the ring and the ship came up earlier in my post, in my Hump Day or Dump Day post. So we've got the moon, the ring, and the ship. The moon is all about things that are hidden just below the surface, right? Things that kind of are hiding or lurking in the shadows, things that may not be as they seem. When we think about the moonlight, things are kind of distorted. They look a different way than they might look in the sunlight, right? These are your monsters, your coats and your coat racks or whatever with the hat on it that looks like a scary monster. That is that moon energy, where a lot of us right now are in a place, in an energy, in just a time where we're focusing on a lot of shadow work. The ring is all about stability and security, right? When we talk about relationships, a ring in a relationship symbolizes marriage. It symbolizes a permanent commitment, right? A serious commitment to this relationship for the long haul. And the ship is all about transition. It's all about moving. This can be an actual trip, or this can be a figurative moving from one place to another, moving on to something else. Either way, the ship is not a quick ride. It's not a quick trip. It's a trip that's going to take a while. It's a journey, right? So if like the rider is another card that kind of symbolizes movement, but the movement of the rider is much faster, much quicker than the movement in the ship. So together, the message in these cards really speak to digging deeper and really because right now I feel that if this was your group, if you chose the Lepidolite and if this is your message, I feel like a lot of you are in a place right now where you're feeling a sense of stability, you're feeling a sense of security, and you're feeling comfortable, right? And I feel like that's kind of like the big theme just for right now in general. You guys are in a place where you're feeling comfortable. And that is the ring. That's kind of like the theme of this spread. But you guys are really being asked to dig deep, to really start to uncover those shadows. You guys are really being asked to look beneath what things appear to be. So like this stability, this security that you're feeling right now, that you feel like you have, you guys are really being asked to maybe look at it in a different way, look at it from a different perspective, so that you can see what it really is, what's really going on. And once you do that, I feel like you're going to be ready, and you're being asked to do this digging, to do this shadow work, or however that translates for you, right? You're being asked to really do some discovery so that you guys can really begin to take this journey. You guys are being asked to dig deeper, look at things from a different perspective, maybe shine some sunlight onto this darkness, uncover these shadows, figure out what they really are, not what they appear to be. Find that coat, find that hat, find those shoes that together look like a monster, that together look like this big scary intruder in your house, right? Figure out what those things really are, because that not understanding, not having that full picture, I feel like kind of is lulling you guys into a really comfortable place right now. But you're being asked to get uncomfortable so that you guys are ready for this next phase. And this next phase, like, this is the beginning for you guys, or it will be the beginning of a journey. That is this ship. Doing this shadow work, doing this uncovering, this discovery is going to put you guys in a place where you are ready. And there's security and stability in that too, because I feel like some of you are in limbo, and some of you are like feeling the tug to do something different, but maybe you're feeling unsure, you're feeling unsteady, and you're not comfortable with the unknown because you're not sure how that's gonna turn out, right? But I feel like this spread, these cards are really, and because the ring is in the center, like there's stability here with the moon, right? Like you seeing things the way they are right now is giving you a sense of comfort in some way. But when you put the ring with this ship, there's also stability there. So whichever direction you guys are going, and again, I feel like you're being led to like this other direction. You're being pulled to start this journey. Just know that there is stability, there's security in that journey as well. By doing this shadow work, by doing this uncovering, this discovery, this, figuring out what other feelings and emotion, because the moon is about feelings, emotion, intuition, like those kinds of things as well, right? Tap into that. Tap into those divine messages, those repeating numbers, those repeating phrases, those animals that you keep seeing, the bugs that you keep seeing in your house, right? And I'm not talking about roaches, y'all. I'm talking about like, an ant. You've like seen an ant 5 times this week, or a ladybug, or whatever, like those signs that you keep getting. Pay attention to those, because again, that ties into the moon, the intuition as well. So pay attention to those signs that you guys have been getting, because those are going to give you the guidance, the direction that you need to have the stability, the security on this journey. All right. So with that being said, what is it? So for you guys, hump day or dump day, I feel like it's a combination. I feel like you guys need to dump, get rid of those fears of moving on. Get rid of the fears of whatever the shadows are, because you're not going to be as scary as you think they are. But you guys need to be humping and embracing your intuition, your divine connection, and really paying attention to those signs so that you can be ready to take that next step, to be ready to take a sail on this journey. All right. So, what is it you guys need to do? And that's the question I'm asking now. So the question for the tarot is really, what can you guys do to really, again, feel, know, get the guidance, the direction that you guys need to start this journey? And you guys have, hey Juicy, and Evie, I see you popped on too. Thank you for joining me. You guys have 2 of Wands reversed, Death reversed, and Queen of Cups reversed. So the Two of Wands upright, right? This man is holding a globe in his hand. He's literally holding the world in his hand, right? But he's looking out at the world, the actual world, from behind this wall, from behind these two staffs, right? And I feel like that's where you guys are right now, because it's also reverse. So that energy, that feeling of exploration, that being ready to go out and venture into the big wide world, there is that fear, that hesitancy, that block there for you guys, right? Because you guys won't let this Death Rider, right? You guys won't let the Grim Reaper come and do his job. He's trying to come in and clear out all of this shit that is not serving you. He is trying to come and take away those things that are holding you back. But you guys are holding on. You won't let go, and you're not allowing him to do his job. The Queen of Cups. So upright, this is a woman who is very in tune and tapped into her intuition, into her feelings, and she is very divinely guided. She feels, she sees, she senses all of those like spiritual, psychic gifts she is in possession of. But again, this energy is reversed. You guys are not paying attention to those signs. You guys are so focused on holding on to where you are right now, that thing that is giving you comfort right now, that you guys are blocked. You're not seeing, like you have your blinders on, so you're not seeing the messages that are coming in. You're not seeing the repeating numbers. You're not seeing the spirit animals that are coming and bringing these messages, because you have a death grip. You have a death grip on whatever this is you need to let go of. So let this man do his job. Let him come in and get rid of all this crap that you don't need. Listen to those signs. Follow that divine guidance so that you guys can step out from behind this wall and go off into the great beyond, into those blessings that are waiting for you on the other shore. All right? So if you guys have questions, yes, so Marone, this is still group 1. If you guys had a question about the message for group 1, drop your questions now while I shuffle and prepare for group 2. So this is group 2, and my cards are all right. I'm just putting them right side up. So, okay, so yes, Maron, that was still group 1, and I'm getting ready to do group 2 now. So if you did have a question, if you needed clarification on group 1, then drop your questions while I shuffle and prepare for group 2. All right, in group 2, if you chose the Amazonite, and a couple of people just jumped in, so I'm just going to show 1 and 2. Okay, all right, so you know what? Y'all are over here dropping wisdom too. So we'll see. 1 and 2 might go together. Is the mood card mean deceit? Oh, the moon. So the moon can mean deceit and secrets. Yes. So if you feel like, or just we should expect for some, so it can mean like if you feel like you know what this message relates to, for you it may mean some kind of deceit. Like, so if you're looking at it that way, like whatever the situation was that you thought was secure and you thought was stable is not, and it's not the way it's not as it seems, right? So that's where that deceit and secrets come in. And because it's a false sense of security, because there is deceit and secrets involved, you need to leave and move out of this situation. So either way, the message, because we ended on the ship is a clear sign, a clear message that you need to leave. The reason why might be different for you. So some of you may know or may see within the next couple of days or whatever that moon is really telling you that you're in a place right now where that security and stability that you feel, that ring that you got, yeah, he put a ring on it, but you know what, as soon as you said yes and you guys, you know, left dinner or whatever, he was out screwing the next chick. So that security that you thought he was bringing to you is not what you think it is. He's not, just because he's marrying you doesn't mean he's going to be faithful to you. Just because he's marrying you doesn't mean he's going to love, honor, and obey, right? So that's where that security and that deceit and secrets come in. And again, I'm using him and, you know, marriage and this type of thing figuratively, symbolic. For some of you, it might very well be a relationship, but in general, yes, it might be the next chick, right? So this is group 2, the Amazonite. So if, rewind, because some of you just jumped on. So these are the 2 stones that I have left. Amazonite and hematite. So I'm going to do Amazonite first. This is group 2. Group 3 is hematite. So if you just jumped on, just see, feel, either maybe you like the name of one of these stones, you may like the number 2 or 3, or you just may feel a pull towards one of these stones. Choose your stone, and we're going to get into the message for group 2 Amazonite. All right, so drum roll, please. Somebody drop a drum emoji in the comments while I'm shuffling. Let's see. What is the message for group 2? Is the Amazonite humping or dumping this week? Is it a hump day or a dump day for Amazonite? Yes, Meron with the drum roll. All right. Oh, yes. Drums, drums, drums. All right. Ooh, you guys got the whip. The letter. And the birds. So there is, the letter is all about some kind of news, right? And I feel like this, it's a written communication. So it can be a letter. It can be like something in the mail, a piece of mail. It can be a text message or an email. You know, we live in the digital age, but this is some kind of written communication or document. This communication, this document, whatever this message is, and it's a message. So this message that you guys are receiving this week, thank you, Unspoken Word Design. So these are actually, oh, what are they? I don't know where the box is, but I'll show it to you before we jump off. Some kind of fairy cards. But so this communication, this written communication that you guys are receiving this week, is going to be, and I feel like this may be this is going to be a conversation. So like the letter could be like a bill or some kind of document, right? But because you guys also have the birds, I feel like this is going to be some sort of dialogue. This is going to be some kind of text communication. This is going to be some kind of email back and forth. Some kind of again, written communication back and forth between you and someone, right? Because we have those birds. Those birds really speak about, that's a conversation. The birds is about conversation and communication. So this document, this message that you guys are receiving this week, again, it's some sort of communication that is going to cause some pain and some friction. So this whip it's all about pain. The whip can also mean sex, all right? So you guys may be having some sort of, like, this could be like some kind of sex thing. You guys are having some steamy email or text message back and forth that, you know, relate to sex. But for many of you, I feel like it's going to be more of like an argument. So it's going to be some kind of back and forth text argument or email argument or some kind of thing like that. So I don't know. I guess that would be a dump day for you guys. So given that, this is like the set. Yes. So, this whip. So yeah, it could be an email. I don't know. But either y'all are doing a lot of fussing or a lot of fucking. One or the other. But or maybe both, you know, break up to make up. Ooh, my bad. I'm sorry, Cindy. Okay, so we're gonna do the PG version tonight, because you know, I know I do need to close the blinds. So yeah.
I'm going outside.
Did Daddy say you could go outside?
Asian's out there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My daughter is going outside. So, what do you guys need to do? So what are the actions that you guys need to take? What do you guys need to do as it relates to this situation? And this is for the Amazonite group. What do you guys need to be doing this week? You guys have the Empress, okay, Page of Swords, and Eight of Swords. So, for some of you, I am going to forewarn you that if you felt like the whip was not an argument and the other meaning of the whip was what resonated with you and you're feeling an attachment to that, and I'm gonna tell you, because that whip was right with the Empress, all right? This Empress is pregnant, okay? She is bringing forth life. So, if you are not trying to bring forth life in the next 9 months, then I suggest, if the whip was, you know, had a bedroom connotation, that you take proper precautions. Otherwise, in about 2 to 4 weeks, when you guys get that second pink line, make sure you come back on here and tell me that I was right. Okay? So that can be the message for some of you. So that community, and this Page of Swords is really, he's really kind of like a messenger of things that are like logical and like knowledge, right? So this Taurus or Aries babies, here we go. So and there, you guys have 2 swords in this spread. So I feel like right now you guys are being called to create by really tapping into that like youthful, playful, like there's some kind of, and I feel like it's some kind of something you guys need to learn. Like there's some sort of, because this page, so the swords are like really analytical, right? Can you, oh, you can't, never mind. I can't close them. So the swords are really analytical. This is like our air sign. So this is like our rational, logical, like there's no emotion in the sword suit. It's very rational and logical and just like kind of structured, organized, right? But the page is kind of like that youth, has the youthful energy. He is really, can you say, so Kita, I am going to, so my plan is, if this video saves, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, because I'm trying to upload the Hump Day or Dump Day lives to the YouTube channels. So if you guys miss it live, you can catch the replay on YouTube. Last week it didn't save, so fingers crossed everything saves this week and you guys can catch the replay on YouTube. But that page is like just starting out on his journey. He's the baby of the court cards, right? So I feel like with the Empress, like this is the beginning of the journey. This is the creation. Like we're building that baby, right? We're growing that baby. We're in that gestational period. We're not giving birth yet. We're still growing that baby. And this page is going to help us grow that baby. This page is really calling on you guys to learn the things that you don't know. Because there's something that you guys need to learn. Yes, it like really is that rebirth. Because right now you're in a place where you feel trapped, right? The communication that you guys are having is not leading to the results that you want. And as a result, you guys are really feeling stuck and trapped. But in order to get out of that, you guys really just need to embrace this. And when I say learn, I'm not talking about college level PhD learning. I'm talking about preschool, arts and crafts, ABCs and 1, 2, 3. This is very basic, playful, youthful learning. So that's what you got, like that's the energy you guys are being asked to embrace right now. And I feel like doing this is going to maybe facilitate that communication. So like wherever you guys are getting stuck in this communication, whether it's with your partner or with somebody else, Sam, you talked about your art, whether it relates to school, whatever the hurdle is you guys need to clear with this communication is going to require you to take a really childlike, fun approach, a light approach to learning something. All right. I am going to, so if you guys have, if group 2, the Amazonite group, if you guys have questions, drop your questions. I'm going to close these blinds so the whole neighborhood isn't looking through my window. And so if you guys needed any clarification, if you guys had any questions about that, then you can drop them. Like your baby is playing in the background now. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like again, if we're growing this baby, right? This baby is coming, this growth, this thing is coming to teach you. Okay, so can you expand on the whip card? All right. So in Lenormand, so Lenormand cards are a little bit different than tarot cards, because they're very explicit. Like tarot is more of cards you have to interpret, right? So, and again, the meaning changes for different situations in both sets of cards, but the Lenormand is a very like clear and specific message, in the sense that like if you look at the birds, right? This relates to like communication. What do birds do? They squeak and squawk and they're like chatty, 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 right? but it could also mean a literal bird. Whereas the tarot, even if there's like birds in the cards, it's not necessarily speaking to birds. It's still a very symbolic, open to interpretation type thing. So the whip, when we think about that in that context, what do we use a whip for? We use a whip to inflict pain, right? If someone is whipping us, they're inflicting pain upon us. So this communication that you're having with, and most often when we could see her playing, oh yes, so Annalise was out there, yes. So I wasn't sure if you were talking about my child or the but yes, Annalise is out there, my kid's out there playing. So but so the whip, I had a dream last night about a white, so actually Meron, in most Lenormand decks, and I have my other deck downstairs, but a lot of Lenormand decks, the birds are actually owls. In this deck, it's like robins. But the whip, again, when you think about what a whip does, a whip inflicts pain. So when I personally, like when I'm doing like my daily readings or whatever, when I draw the whip, 9 times out of 10, it's speaking to an argument. Like I've had 2 specific situations where I've drawn the whip and had an argument later on that day. Hey, Goddess SEB, how are you? Thank you for joining me. So that is one connotation of the whip, a painful discussion, which would be what? An argument. Nobody likes to argue. It causes pain for both parties, right? It's a painful way of discussing. But many people use whips for other purposes, right? Which is when we get into the other meaning of the whip. When we're talking about the whip in the bedroom, why does the whip, or how does the whip relate to the bedroom? This is how, this is why. Because in the Lenormand, again, the cards, the objects in the cards are very literal. They're very literal cards. So whips are also used for pleasurable pain. So that's where that message or that meaning of the whip comes in. So like I said, for some of you, this may be a pleasurable pain that may lead to a new edition in 9 months. But for many of you, for probably most of you, this is going to be some sort of argument that is, in order to get past this argument, in order to resolve this conflict, and again, argument, conflict, like that's the energy, that's the message there. In order to resolve this conflict in a way that is beneficial, in a way that is for the greatest and highest good, you guys are really going to have to embrace that youthful Page of Swords, like learning. And this argument may be the learning experience. So don't look at it as an argument, as a conflict. Look at it as an opportunity to learn something you didn't know and to grow. Look at it as an opportunity to find a way out of a situation where you felt blocked or stuck. All right? So if you guys had any other questions, if you needed any other clarification on the message for group 2, that was the Amazonite, then just drop them while I shuffle and get ready for group 3. So group 3, the last group is Hematite. So this is going to be the last group 3, Hematite, and you're welcome, Meron. Is this going to be a hump day or a dump day? Let's see. So what is the message for group 3? Is it a hump day or a dump day? And I'm all over the place. Whew. That was a total mess. All right. So is group 3, hematite. What is Goddess? That's what I always say. If you just joined me and this is the last group you're catching, this is your message. You came right when you were supposed to. So, is it a hump day or a dump day? And you guys have the man, the scythe. Did we just have that? Or was that earlier? And the mice. So this is actually a very simple, a very clear message. Again, Lenormand cards, and that's why I love using the Lenormand cards, because they are very specific, very direct. Like, for the most part, like, the message is what it is. You don't have to interpret. You don't have to decipher and figure out and dig into symbolism. No. There is a man, or a male energy, because, again, we live in a very, gender fluid, inclusive time. So this is a man or male energy that y'all need to cut out of your life. This sickle, it's usually called the sickle. In this deck, it's the scythe, whatever you call it. What do we do with the scythe? We cut usually hay or wheat or whatever, right? But this is cutting things. So we are cutting a man. Don't go stabbing anybody, y'all. Cut him off. This is where we're talking metaphorically and figuratively, right? Do not literally go cut this man. But, so Goddess, cut this man off because he's stressing y'all out. Like, the mice is all about, like, those little stressors, right? So, like, a cross would be, like, something heavy and, like, that's weighing on you. The mice are those little annoying stresses in your life, right? Because when you think about mice, like, they're small, right? And they're annoying for the most part. I mean, unless you have, like, an infestation, having a mouse or two in your house is annoying. You don't want them there. They're not the healthiest, especially when they start pooping all over the place or whatever. But it's a minor irritation, right? It's not like a rat. It's, not some kind of really, like, invasive thing that's really going to, it could be. So again, this is like a little annoying stress that's just, like, niggling at you. So that's all this man is going to do. He's just going to be an annoyance in your life. So y'all need to cut him off. So that is the message for group 3 for hematite. That being said, what is it y'all are being called to do? What is the advice of the tarot, considering that this man is only going to stress y'all the hell out? What can you do to cut him off? And you guys have 2 of Cups. Seems like because I use it for clear. Okay. All right. 7 of Cups. And here we go with this 2 of Wands reversed again. And this is crazy because I thought I put it back in the deck right side up. Like, I always put my reversals back in the deck the right way. But somehow this is reversed again. The 2 of Wands back to that being reversed. So there is some conversation that needs to be had. There's the 2 of Cups in particular is all about an even exchange. So there is something, I feel like maybe it's some sort of unfinished business. Again, you see two figures that are really, they're exchanging emotion. That the cups suit, that water is all about emotion, spirituality, intuition. There is some sort of emotional exchange, and it's a mutual exchange, right? But there's also a lot of confusion. Like this exchange, and I feel like that's what it is. Like, I feel like that's what it is. This entanglement, right? Like this exchange of energy. And so I'm like thinking, like, just because it's a mutual exchange doesn't mean it's healthy. It doesn't mean, like, typically, like, the Two of Cups is, like, really, really great, particularly, like, in a love reading. But clearly, that is not the case with this spread, with the man, the side, and the mice. But there is some kind of energy, emotional exchange that you guys are engaged in with this person. Yep, that might... But it's only causing confusion because you're in this exchange with this person, because you guys are so wrapped up emotionally, it's clouding your judgment and you don't know which way to go. So should you pick cup number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7? You have 7 cups to choose from, and they're all overwhelming. Like, you guys are really overwhelmed with the choice. You guys are overwhelmed with the options that you have available to you, and this entanglement, this exchange that you guys are in is only making it worse, right? And it's, again, coming back to this Two of Wands reverse. It's blocking your ability to move forward. You guys are stuck behind this wall, stuck holding onto this globe and looking at where you could go instead of going there, because you guys are letting this man confuse you. You're letting him get all in your heart. He's not in your head, he's in your heart. You guys are letting him get in your heart, which is causing confusion. So now you don't know which way to go with these feelings. And because of it, you guys are paralyzed and stuck behind this wall instead of going out and exploring, which is where you should be. All right? So if you guys have any questions about that, my group 3, my hematite group, then drop your questions. If you guys have any other, how much time do I have left on here? Okay, so I got maybe 10-ish more minutes. So I'm going to stay on until Facebook cuts me off. It could be, it's some kind of male energy. So I don't know if it's baby daddy. I don't know if it's daddy. It could be a combination. Like, it could apply in different ways for each of them. But definitely, there's some cutting. And if it relates to dad, then maybe this is more of a cord cutting situation, right? Your karmic or cosmic attachment to him, to his trauma, to the trauma that you feel he's inflicted on you, is what is... Oh, I got 26 seconds remaining. There's not a hump or dump. This is irritating, but thank you. No, it's definitely a dump. You definitely need to dump. Okay, so I'm about to get cut off, but I'm going to come back on because I thought I had a little bit more time, and you guys are still kind of dropping comments. So I am going to log right back in when Instagram cuts me off.